was the one who convinced Elon Musk to build a factory in Shanghai. He's the one who have the economic future in Shanghai, and in 2021, FDI in Shanghai went up 21%. He is known as a pro-business pragmatic leader. So, Li Keqiang was very weak. He couldn't implement a lot of things. So you have a president who knows what he wants for the country. You have a prime minister who can implement it effectively. If that combination doesn't tell you to go and invest, I don't know what to tell you anymore. And somehow renminbi is cheap.
Thank you.
Wenjin, maybe you can pass the mic.
No, you don't have to switch it. He's controlled. Our dictator there is controlling all the mic. Mr. Dictator, can you please give him the mic?
Hello.
Okay, good. Finally, you got your freedom of speech.
Yes. Great session, Mr. Tan. I have two questions. The first is...
Your name, please?
Oh, I'm Mr. Ng here.
Okay.
The first question is that you gave very, very good points why the Fed will be strongly influenced to keep increasing interest rates due to all the factors that you have pointed out. But they are also not stupid people. They can see that recession is coming. Will there be a chance that they will lower? Not just because they see recession coming, but if Trump comes back into power, he may force the Fed to lower interest rate. Will that change the situation?
Okay, Trump can only come in 2 years' time, 2024. So by then, maybe the US market either will collapse or rally already. Right? Yes, the Federal Reserve is not as independent as what they claim to be because they are influenced by whoever is the incumbent president. The incumbent president says the incumbent president says shit, they will shit. So they are not as independent as what we perceive. And will they ease? If they ease, then you get back the 1970s stagflation, where inflation may drop for a little while because the economy slowed down, and then it bounce back again. Then you have a bigger problem.
Second question. Let's just say you are holding shares now in a company that has fallen 80% in value. What would your advice be, to hold on or to switch out and move on to another beta?
Okay, to help everybody else, how many of you are holding to shares that have dropped 80%? So few only, man. Okay, at least we got a few honest people in the room. It depends on the business that they're in. If your 80% drop, which one, besides stock drop, which one has dropped 80%?
Jet.
Your Parkson.
Parkson dropped more than 80%.
Jet, JAKS.
Okay, then I'm not familiar. What business are they in?
Energy and property.
Energy, what energy?
Vietnam, and they have some new projects.
Hydropower in Vietnam. Oh,
No, I don't know, coal power.
coal power. Okay.
That one that famous investor was strongly promoting a few years back.
MRCB is also got a hydroelectric power in Laos, and they're making good money. So coal, I'm not so familiar with this company in the first place, right? I'm not sure where the property business is, but generally property would have been, okay, not exciting if it's property in Malaysia, right? It's not going down into a recession, but it's not booming. And coal business generally, depending on whether they are coal miner or what. If they are coal miner,
Energy producer, they have a contract with the Vietnamese government, same thing like YTL with Malaysia government.
oh, so that means they don't have coal mines and all that. Oh, they are operating the coal power plant. So then you have to look at the terms of their plant. I cannot say because I don't know the details. So anyone else want to ask about 80% drop? And then the next gentleman. Sorry, Mr. I cannot answer you on the second question.
Hello. Thank you very much, Mr. Tan, for your excellent session. Dr. Tong here.
I would just like to sort of clarify a few comments. Number one, the COVID situation in China. I think they have done the right policy because if you look at what you said about the numbers of people in America who did not join the labor force, who were after the age of 55. A lot of them had long COVID. From my sources, 200 million Americans are estimated to have had COVID. 200 million, and we're talking about 330 million Americans. And 6 million of them have already had long COVID. And we are talking about very minuscule numbers of 200 over 1,000 Chinese who had COVID, and 5,000 deaths, or plus 6,000 maybe. And we certainly don't have a big long COVID problem in China coming on in terms of evolution. So I think what Xi Jinping did was absolutely correct. That's my first comment.
I agree with your comments. Thanks for the
maybe I'm taking too much time. But,
yes.
I have two more other comments actually. Number two, this gentleman actually referred to Powell raising interest rates. I think he's not going to stop. I think he's going to keep going until 5 or probably even more. And one of the reasons he's doing that is because he's actually sinking the euro. And he's probably also sinking the British pound and the yen and whatnot, because he's stopping the euro-dollar market. The euro-dollar market was sort of established over the years by the German banks, obviously, and European banks.
Doctor, I got to interfere and interrupt. Maybe you want to shorten the comment or ask a question?
Yeah. So what he's sort of proposing, Mr. Powell not raising it. I don't think the situation is as simple as that. I think he's going to continue, and I think the recession will be on.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Kayong, the man in the white shirt, please.
Testing. Hello.
Yes.
Good day to Mr. Teng.
Yeah,
good
we
day
can
to
hear.
Mr. Teng Wu, and good day to everyone present over here. I only have 2 questions.
Yeah, your name, please.
Oh, my name is Jonathan. First question is on electric vehicles or EV. And the second question would be on value investing. Okay, so my first question would be, could you share about Capital Dynamics' views on the electric vehicles or EV? For example, like companies such as Tesla, BYD, or even Xiaopeng or XPeng. That would be question 1. What are your views on the EV sector?
To answer you very quickly, we actually started covering Tesla in 2012, and now it's 2022. And we met in November 2019. I have not bought a single Tesla stock because I missed it completely, and partly due to bad luck, not anything. But I'm very convinced that EV will rule the world. If you have tested an EV, you never want to drive the traditional cars anymore. It's a much more superior mode of transport than the traditional cars. And the best part is, when you have repairs, you don't have to send back to the mechanic. They will solve one problem for you and then create another problem for you. Because they can upgrade for you through the internet. The software can be upgraded over the internet. And of course, leaving aside the environmental factors and all that, I think the day that EV is going to rule the world is really here. So for companies, it depends. Tesla is the lead, is way ahead of everybody. BYD is ahead of everybody in China. XPeng, we like XPeng, except that the share price has plunged, I think 80%. But we still like it because they got very good portfolio. They are in the mass premium. They are not in the same segment as BYD. They are in the mass premium segment. So they got the SUV, they got the saloon, they got the small SUV, and they are the first and at the moment the only one in China that's able to offer almost autonomous driving, because they're using LiDAR technology to help in autonomous driving. And so far so good in the sense that their LiDAR doesn't come from US, their LiDAR comes from a Chinese supplier. So among the EV, I would prefer Xpeng to the others.
Thank you, Mr. Teng. That's for question one. My second question would be, okay, so today we have, I mean, the talk today is structured in such a way that if we believe in the oil price to stay at high prices, we would probably choose hibiscus. And because of the Russian war and also high commodity prices and climate change, therefore the cycles of CPO prices have also changed. Therefore, United Plantations. And if you believe in the recovery sector, we have things, we have companies such as.
We know the stocks, but we know your question.
Okay, the question would be: Capital Dynamics Group's investing style has always been value investing for the long term, and long term is defined by Capital Dynamics as more than 3 years. So, could you share with us why value investing for the long term is your preferred approach for Capital Dynamics Group?
Very simple. It's very good risk management too. The usual risk management is you take care of the risk only after the event has happened. Value investing is to take care of the risk before the event has happened. So you build in a margin of safety. So like United Plant, we recommend it not because of the palm oil price trend. We recommend it because it's undervalued. So based on value investing. So long-term value investing tells me that I think United Plant is a good pick. Right? And value investing, the way it's structured, you have to have a margin of safety before you invest in it. So that, I mean, like one gentleman earlier said, most people lose money in the stock market. It's a fact. In the bull market, when the glove stocks went up, wow, everybody was a genius. You know, this blogger saying that you're an idiot if you don't buy glove stocks. This very famous blogger from Ipoh who founded IGB. Right? And then when the market crashed, when the glove stock crashed, he said, you're an idiot if you don't sell glove stocks. I mean, what kind of idiot is that? So, long-term value investing tells you that you shouldn't be going into glove stocks in the first place if you're looking for long-term value investing. Unless it's maybe at 60 cents now, but that's a different proposition altogether. So, value investing is preferred because it is proven and it is the most business-like. When you invest in a business, when you invest in a shop house, when you invest in a property, you invest in an asset, you look at the intrinsic value of the asset. So value investing asks you to look at the intrinsic value, the long-term intrinsic value of the asset. And if the seller is willing to sell you at a lower price than the intrinsic value, who cares about the recession? Okay?
Thank you very much, Mr. Teng.
Who do you want to choose the next question?
Mr. Tan?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Wu. Yeah, I think a very interesting seminar today, especially this very uncertain period. And you have said that this is
Hi everyone, so I'm Rowan, your host of today, and that's the end of our Q&A section. So if you have more questions, just type in or comment this question into consideration for the next live. So have a sneak peek after the investment talk. If you have more questions and you need a live Q&A, you can just attend our Investor Day, which go to our events.icapital.biz and register. It is 26th and 27th of November at KLCC. So see you there and thank you everyone. Bye. Have a nice day.